Hello everyone and welcome. Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street. We have BLXM video here for you today. A couple of quick topics before we go, kind of into the chart. We'll show you a bit about that in a second. But for those that are fans of BLXM, it's a project we've followed for some time now. And we did promise recently that we will do more videos on this regularly, because this is a really fantastic project. We came across this one through the likes of the Energy Web token, EWT, or the Energy Web Foundation, a big partner of bloXmove, and this integration piece really of a relatively autonomous transportation tokenomics aspects. It's really cool in that area, but also this whole kind of as well concept of not having just all these different apps and all these things going on that you have to deal with on a daily basis through your travel routines, whether it be parking or trying to hire a taxi, whatever it may be. bloXmove is working very hard in the background to incorporate all these aspects together, utilizing blockchain, DIDs and things like this to bring basically, as I mentioned just a minute ago, the autonomous aspect of transport. And it's really exciting. Go and check out our previous videos that we've done on BLXM. But I wanted to touch on a couple of things before we look at kind of like price points. Two aspects, and this is really why I want to emphasize this project right now even more so. It's so early, and it's a really cool one in my opinion to get involved with. Or at least have on your radar to do more research about it. We've just literally seen in the last few days, if you like, that bloXmove have added the native liquidity pool system on their website. So I've gone ahead basically utilizing PancakeSwap and swapping a couple of things around, just getting some USDC and also some BLXM within my MetaMask wallet, and basically just trying this out. I mean, the APRs are fantastic. Of course, these tend to, I believe, move around a bit depending on how many people put money in. LP farms are really an important aspect of delivering liquidity, delivering money into the systems and all these upcoming exchanges. So, you think of like the order books as an example. Of course, people put in transactions that they want done in the future or the near future. But in order for that to happen, of course, you need the actual money within the systems initially already, if that makes sense. So this, in a way, is really cool because it's allowing you out there and myself to be a part of history. Like when blockchain fully kicks off and it's utilized properly in the world, for anything and everything you can possibly think of, you can sit back and think about the things that you did to both contribute in terms of staking and bringing in a project or helping a project to come to life, but also being part of a mechanism, an actual financial mechanism in the background. I mean, how cool is that? It's not very often you get those kind of opportunities and chances, and if you're in the know of how to do these things, absolutely brilliant. I could probably show you in maybe another video, if it's of interest to you, how to use PancakeSwap to get the BLXM token using USDC. It's actually not too difficult to wrap your head around it, but if you are a BLXM fan and you do want to get involved early, I think this is a really good option. Of course, do bear in mind with locking options and things like this that you're locking your tokens and you can't get them back out. So if you're trying to make trades or something, you have to sacrifice that mentality for a bit. So I've just done mine basically on a 30-day locking option here. They're optional, but of course the APRs increase the longer you have them on there. So I'm just doing a 30-day one just to see roughly. I literally put something like $50 worth in there or something stupid, just basically to see how it goes. And I'm looking forward to seeing the developments of that, to be honest. So as you can see here, there's no rewards yet because I've literally just done this like 30-40 minutes ago. and I'm just doing it as a test ground. After 30 days, the pool is still, lucrative. Of course, I'd love to put more in, see how the rewards go, but I think 500% should be pretty decent, hopefully. Just to go check that out if that's something that you're interested in. There is a staking mechanism here. I just need to do a bit more research on this, because I do think this is for the people that were vesting. And what vesting means is basically the people who got into projects at perhaps an IDO stage, or a TGE stage, so a token generation event. And we do have some videos coming in the next few days to describe to you guys, what all these terminologies mean and what platforms I've used recently for obtaining tokens before they even go onto exchanges, before they even go into the general public. It's always an interest of mine, and it's something I've learned, especially being in the crypto space pretty much 24/7 now, that I felt like I was ready for that next step and knowledge. So I'm happy to obviously share that with you. Now I'm a bit more confident and certainly more expertised, if you like, how to deal with that and how to look out for the next big thing. So the vesting aspect comes from people who have invested in those levels or those time frames, and are now probably having perhaps a first come first serve kind of thing, really, in regards to the staking aspect. So single-sided staking, so this is saying there's literally one more day to go. So I'll know probably more tomorrow. By all means, I can do a video tomorrow or the day after, absolutely no problem, to see if I can get access to that, or if it was indeed part of the investors portal, because on here it does say directly staking invested tokens will come soon. So that indicates to me it's probably from the vesting pools. So we'll have to see how that plays out, but at least you may see some activity for BLXM on the charts or whatever over the next few days. Of course, the market is absolutely diabolical right now, and for me, that gives me an opportunity to accumulate, but it also gives me an opportunity to have some time once I've put in my bowls and stuff, to think about, actually, with all the tokens that I do have, are there any actually really good APRs out there that can sort of essentially secure my assets in a locked way, because the market's not going to turn around overnight, right? And I'm in it for the long run for most of these anyway, but just to get advantage of that. I mean, if that is the case of 500% APR at this current rate, obviously they do fluctuate sometimes, happy days. And then hopefully outside the other side, BLXM hopefully rises in price, and hopefully I've got more tokens to show from the adding of the liquidity. So very interesting indeed. But yeah, we can for sure touch on extra topics, videos about the likes of how to do all these things and get involved. But I thought I'd just share that bit of information to you guys. Let's quickly actually open up BLXM on CoinMarketCap. The reason I'm going to show you the usual charts is because it's pretty much only just registered on TradingView via, I think, Uniswap actually. So I think it's PancakeSwap and Uniswap that have BLXM as a swapping protocol if you wanted to get a hold of some. So we're just going to use the data here, which is a bit weird actually, because most of the trading data comes from TradingView for CoinMarketCap, and it's not on TradingView. So anyway, you can see here the initial launch pads, the token generation event. So people have obviously invested before. It's launched on some of these swap exchanges. People have taken advantage, as you can imagine. And then in this short period of time, really, since the sort of end of November last year, or indeed the beginning of November, going on to those exchanges or swap mechanisms, and it's just pretty much planted itself downwards. And that's two things. As I said, profits have been taken from the initial investors, and secondly, we're in a bit of a bear mode, obviously, as you can recognize, with all the crazy reds going on everywhere, all over the place. So that's helped it come down a lot. And just generally, I think as projects phase out after a while of launching. So what we've got to understand here are two key principles that I take from this, is that we're at a really good price point area around this 50 cents, in my opinion, considering where the launch prices were. So these are all the previous all-time highs. They're set in stone. for history and the future to come. Could they come low? Of course, but that's when dollar cost averaging comes in. But I do believe in BLXM as a future massive project, and it really is one of those ones that you have to keep an eye on for sure, and really understand the mechanism of what they're trying to achieve, but also try and understand the market penetration, the market opportunity, the global market of transportation. And you look around these cities now as well, with all these electric scooters, these electric bikes, and they're all working via identification and this, that, and the other. But when the tokenomics kicks in from blockchain, all of these things will work harmoniously, I'll get the word right in a minute, autonomously as well, and to your own digital identity. DID is really big topic for the near future. And look at this, Energy Web Foundation, of course, a key partner, Dutch blockchain coalition, and very interesting that 50 Hertz are on there as well. Isn't it interesting that all of these projects, obviously in the background as well, talking to each other collectively to try and bring a massive end goal? And I think this project is going to be absolutely brilliant. The marketing will obviously continue. You're looking at energy as well, energy and mobility, all of these things. And when we talked about Energy Web a while back, about the integration with like Vodafone as an example, with the chips and the SIM cards in the cars, and now we've got automatic driving cars coming. Just be able to go up to a car, artificial intelligence recognizing you, tokenomics. You're not even having to get your phone out or your wallet out anymore. It's just done. It's quite a weird thing to think about, really, to be honest. But so that's what I thought I would bring to everyone's attention, just to have something to think about. And like I said, in these bear markets, sometimes you got to be a bit savvy with some things. Of course, it's great to accumulate, but it's also potentially a good opportunity to think about, okay, what are the other avenues I can invest my time and my assets into for worthwhile things like this, to obtain some really good rewards from them. And I do think this is a good opportunity. So I thought I'd share this video with you guys. Let us know what you think about this in the comments below. And do go check out, obviously, our other videos as well. We are catching up with some of them. I'm actually waiting for a USB port hub thing to come, because the reason I haven't been doing so many videos recently is because I keep having to chop and change the ledger around, the mouse around, the microphone around, and it's just too much hassle. And I've just realized, like, why on earth don't I get a hub and get all the ports that I need, because then I can do all the videos and not have to worry about, I can't showcase that today because I need to plug this in, because I was going to do the EWT video staking as well very soon, but I just realized that MetaMask, when I do the Chrome extension, doesn't show up on OBS, so I need all these extra USB ports so I can control everything correctly. Anyway, I'm waffling, guys. I'll leave you to it. Check out bloXmove yourselves in the research that you do. Do check out our previous videos as well. I think one of the last ones we did was around about a month ago, but do check this out, project update. So a good refresh one there to check out. And we will check out BLXM very frequently, especially as these staking mechanisms, these liquidity pool mechanisms continue, and as does the project. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We will catch you in the next BLXM video. Take care and bye-bye.